Hello everyone.
We're back. Did actually run out of money. That's the main reason we haven't done any videos. That timing chain bill was no joke. Insert picture here. So I bought this to tide me over. So that's also cost me more money.
Yeah, and then I couldn't afford to make
yeah,
a
you
video,
can't do it,
did
really.
No,
Yeah,
because I bought that.
Bought that.
This is a 1981 Honda CX500B twin disc front end. Oh, it's beautiful. It's been cafe raced in the late 80s. It's a fantastic engine. It's really interesting about these ones where they've got the longitudinally mounted motor.
Whilst Yannick waffled on about his new bicycle, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about today's car. If we're going to return to YouTube, then we thought we'd do it with a bang. So here's a 1275 Clubman from the back of somebody's shed.
Robin, a Mini.
Mini!
I like it.
We love little minis, don't we? This is
Mini
our cup of tea.
Clubman GT, not just any Mini, big boy Mini.
Yeah, fast one. And it's been off the road since 1996 in a dusty shed covered in rubbish and full of rubbish as well.
Now you'll notice we're stood next to this car and a lot of our intros have been sat inside them.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're not in this one.
We're not sitting in this one.
It stinks.
It's gross. It's got that... It's kind of like somebody dropped a Leyland Mini into a swimming pool and then left it out to bake in the sun for about 10 years and then re-wetted it again kind of vibe. It's like there's a faint smell of chlorine and glue, but also sort of mouldy, sort of human slime. You know that like skin smell you get from the swimming pool? It smells like that inside, but with all the Leyland glue and the mould and ice. The air in there is thick. That's disgusting. We'll start giving it a wash because it's a hot day and we're going to get the wash done before it gets so hot that we can't even touch it because it's already really, really warm, this car, and we don't want to stain it even more than it is.
Mini! No clear coat.
No clear coat. Yeah, we're going to have to be well, saying that, I don't know.
We'll find out after we've gone through the first layer of dirt if it's got clear coat or not.
Yeah, something we're going to have to be very careful of though.
Vinyl roof.
Vinyl roof.
Yes.
First of all, it's going to leak. So please don't shout at us in the comments. It's going to leak regardless. It's been in a barn for 30 years. And all of the vinyl you can see around here is shrunk away from the seals. It's been parked up for nearly as long as I've been alive, so it'd be no surprise if there's a few little weeps. Likewise with the door sills, they're going to leak. And the rear window sills, they're probably also going to leak. But luckily we've got to clean the interior, so we can manage that.
We can let it leak.
A little bit of history about this car. This is owned by a company called Mottram's Minis and Mottram's Classics, and they saved it from a barn where it was just being forgotten about. It was full of rubbish and full of stuff. You can actually see there's patterns and outlines on the car where boxes have been on it for the last 30 years, all over it. So, you know, they just pulled it out of the barn and they haven't got it running yet or anything, but someone has bought this from them as a project to restore, and they saw it and said, we know who'd like to clean that up.
And if it's looking good, then it's going to give them the right motivation to get it running and back on the road, because it is a special model.
Yeah, it is a very special car.
And the guy who delivered it had an even better beard than Robin.
Yeah, which is tough.
Which is pretty difficult to do, but yeah, it was like this.
It was down there like that.
He was a G, wasn't he?
He was a G, he was a geezer, yeah.
Should we have a look under the bonnet?
Yeah, up the hood.
Oh, that's crust. Come have a look at this. Liam.
£1 fish, come on over.
£1 fish.
Yeah,
look at that.
I think actually just peeling straight. Is that actually, that's the brake master cylinder, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all come out, the brake fluid, yeah. Ooh, look at this. So Minis, for those of you who don't know, have a very weird suspension. And you can see it from here. No spring. There's a rubber donut right there. So there is actually rubber suspension. God, it's solid, isn't it?
Yeah. The
engine bay is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to worry about it not running, but we still need to be fairly cautious because all the gaskets and seals and some of the aluminium, like the radiator, for example, is going to be quite fragile, and there's a lot of peeling paint that we need to sort of try and preserve some of. And that, look at the rubber here.
So you might have heard us mention before with engine bays that after a certain date, insert nerd here, there is a rubber seal in most of the electrics.
Yeah, there's the electrical connectors have got a waterproof gasket in them after sort of the 90s, basically.
Well, this was built before the 90s, Robin.
Yep.
So we're going to have to be a bit more careful with the electrics, as they will be nowhere near as waterproof.
Well, thankfully, there's nowhere near as many electrics.
No, true. That does help.
Does help a bit.
Typical Minis. the distributors at the front, they don't even like running in the rain because they get wet and then they misfire. So if that can happen on a rainy day, I think our jet wash with our 1 million PSI new pipe that you bought,
a new hose,
could do some damage. So nice and careful, fragile.
Yeah, a delicate approach. I think firm but gentle.
Some things just don't change, do they?
Yeah, Robin's pants.
Step 1, Robin changed his underpants. Step 2 was to spray the engine bay with all-purpose cleaner and tar and glue remover to get rid of 1 million years worth of grime.
Well, it wasn't a million, but it's close enough.
Close enough, Robin. So, as a lot of you know, over the last weeks, we've had 30+ degrees weather, which makes, especially a black car as well, the black paint, really, really difficult to do out in the sunlight. So, even with a small car like this, we're going to do one side at a time to stop it from baking on and giving us more problems. It's quite a strong mix, this as well.
Yeah, and it's the panel temperature. They're not as hot as they have been, but they're still warm. On old tired paint, we want to be fairly gentle. So
we're going to start this side, sort of half in the shade.
Yep.
What's mad is a lot of time with these barn finds, when they're covered in all of this dust, it genuinely protects them. Dust is dangerous when it's rubbed in, obviously. But if it's just sat there, stationary, nothing's touching it.
Nothing's touching it.
Even
light
the
isn't getting
boxes on
through.
it are just sat on it. They're not moving. They're not rubbing the dust in. The dust almost becomes a protective layer.
Yeah.
It's crazy what you find underneath, isn't it?
It is.
It's a good little motor.
I love it.
This back end's going to be...
This is going to be very good.
The only thing more filthy than this beat was the back end of this car.
However, that grime washing off was showing some good potential.
I'm getting excited. Oh my God, just spraying on there. We don't need to worry about it leaking because an old owner already knew. Look at the tape residue left over.
That's duct tape or something there, isn't it, already? So, yeah, no surprises there. But we're going to clean the interior anyway, so it's not going to get wet. Is that going to come off?
1995. Duct tape's from.
Maybe
smelt it.
Yeah.
Round 2, going to use the same stuff but a bit stronger, and then get the drill brush. Oh yeah, you can see where the glue from the...
Sugar and spice, give you everything that's nice. Come on, sugar and spice. What you want from me, baby, what you want now? Sugar and spice, give you everything that's nice. Turn around and tell me what I'm missing now. 아주 멋쟁이 넌 하루 종일 세상 혼자 사는 듯이 그래. 도도한테 또가 날 더 미치게 만들어. Meet me up near the riverside. We can push everything aside. Make stars alight. Let's just collide. Yeah.
We've tried a couple of things with some of the overspray on the bonnet and a couple of the other panels. Not a lot of it is coming off chemically. I even tried clay barring a little bit and it did
Nothing at all, no.
So unfortunately, we're just going to have to hope that a lot of that comes off in the polishing process. However, I did try cleaning some of the scaly windows like this, because no matter how much we washed it and what we washed it with, it just didn't do anything. However,
So you do a little demonstration.
bit of our homemade spray, which is a homemade descaler, as you can see, works wonderfully.
Only on the glass though, which is
Only
really
the
bizarre.
glass.
We've got a sort of a weird mix of different things in and on the paint. Well, that looks like there's been a box or a magazine or something on top of it, and then nearby something else has been sprayed.
Yeah.
And you can see the overspray.
I'll tell you what, you can hear it.
Loads of the car, the back especially, it's got all of this red overspray.
I mean, you can even see it on the window rubbers. Look,
Yeah.
the trims there where it's bonded to there. There's like a red tinge to them.
It's not been covered up when something else is being painted, you know?
No, no. But we'll do our best and make it shiny, make it look nice, and then we do need to focus on the interior because it's horrible. It's disgusting.
I suppose let's try and polish through some of this.
Let's go.
Robin, that did Jack stand.
How much overspray is on that side?
Yes.
I mean, this is really nasty stuff. It's Angel Wax Resurrection Extreme.
Yeah, it's literally like...
When it says extreme on it, you know it's extreme.
I would say... Are you winning?
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's much better.
much better.
That's much better. Right, so I guess you're just going to mow round with the big boy, and then I'll follow you to try and
Yeah, to
smarten
refine it up, yeah.
We used a rotary here to cut down some of the overspray. Unfortunately, clay bar, nor chemicals, nothing was working. So I cut through the worst of it, and Jan followed me around with a dual action polisher to refine it.
So this corner is actually quite interesting, because if you remember when we first started polishing, I attacked it with just the dual action polisher and it did almost nothing, which was when Robin decided, let's try attacking it with a rotary, cutting really hard, and then I finish it off. So I'm going to wipe this back now. Maybe even a bit of camera trickery, you could put in a before and after of my attempt with just the DA before to that now. I mean, that's completely different. The cutting stage with the rotary just did all the hard work, and I've just shined it off.
Oh, it does look nice, doesn't it?
Just that at the top there.
Is that still painted stuff?
Sorry. It doesn't squeak properly anymore now, after you touched it with your asbestos fingers. Look at the state of his hands. Look at that. No, they're this side, look. All those tests he does where he says, oh, look at this, you can hear how scratchy it isn't the paint that scratches, it's his hands. His callous asbestos fingers just scratching the hell out of anything he touches. He could make a sandpaper noise out of his hands rubbing ice. Yeah.
Paint tied up, Yannick fired, it was time to get on with the interior.
So I've just got some all-purpose cleaner here and literally an old cloth. But check out how effective this is on this seat. What I'm going to do is soak. We'll just do the bottom bit. Absolutely soak it in the all-purpose cleaner. Let the chemical do the work.
Pro tip for you, Jan, as well.
Ooh, got the steamer.
Yeah, if you scrub it with the steamer, it will dissolve the grease a little bit.
So, clean cloth. Let me give that a wipe. Wow. And we're doing this because wet vacuuming it could be a bit dangerous because of how fragile the material is. I know we are scrubbing it, but the wet vac procedure.
It'll pull it away, the stitching.
Yeah. Okay.
Where that stitching is bound into the base of the seat, the wet back can really pull it off and just end up ripping the stitching. We've had it happen before on old seats when they're fragile, so it's not a risk we'd be willing to take.
No.
It's as original as possible.
Before we show you the final result, here's a quick word from today's video partner.
So we're still drinking Holy, and Holy is still sponsoring us.
So they've recently released some iced coffee flavours, which are unfortunately rather addictive. I've been drinking quite a lot of those. They're really, really nice. They're really tasty. And they've got their cocktail range out again in energy format as well. I really like the mojito one. You've been enjoying the new hydrate ones as well. You've been having the apricot one.
Apricot's brilliant, yeah.
You like the apricot?
I'm all over the hydrate stuff because I'm horrendous for getting my water in. So making it tasty. Electrolytes?
Yeah, full of electrolytes, loads of vitamins and bits and bobs in there, all good for you. And they're not pumped full of crud and crap and chemicals and horrible stuff.
When we put them in the freezer for a bit.
Yeah, pro tip. This is off script.
Off script, yeah.
Yeah, if you put your Holy in the freezer and get it just to the point where it's just about to freeze, you get like a nice
especially this weather at the moment. Give it a go. There's a reason why we're banging on about it so much, and we've even got our own code. So 10% off with Viking.
Yep, and Viking 5 gives you £5 off your first order as well.
That's it.
Right, all said and done, I think it's time to show them the result of the Mini, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Done a good job.
Yep.
Look at this.
She's a little gem, isn't she?
Yeah.
Really nice. Come out really well, and I think the new owner is going to be chuffed.
When this is up and running, this is going to be a really good little motor.
Yeah.
Mottram's Minis.
Yeah, shout out Mottram's Minis. If you've got a Mini for sale, they're looking to buy it. They find and supply and source classic Minis for a variety of people.
And this particular one clearly was in good nick when it was put into storage and sort of tucked away, because it wasn't that difficult to do, and we had a really good time. Well, I mean, it wasn't even a long day either, was it?
No, still daylight outside for a change.
Really good fun. And we're back. So, like and subscribe.
Yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and
all that jazz.
all that stuff. And we'll see you for the next one, which will be, well, we don't know. But
we don't know, but we know what it's going to be.
We know what it's going to be, yeah.
And it's a spicy one. So.
Very cool. Very cool.
See you later.
Bye-bye.